What's up everybody, back for another Star Rail video, and we have a new Pure Fiction, so obviously we've got to go over the best teams to use. So first thing, let's go over the effects so you guys can get a better idea of what characters to use. So, as always, Pure Fiction, we got our Grit effects. So when an enemy target enters battle, they are inflicted with one stack of Echo Enigma, which deals a special kind of wind shear, and they suffer one stack of Echo Enigma after acting. Receiving wind dot at the start of each turn goes up to 10 stacks at a max of 3 turns. Then enter the Surging Grit state, causes all enemies to suffer 5 stacks of Wind Shear, Echo Enigma, and causes all currently suffering dot to immediately produce damage equal to 100% of the original damage during the Surging Grit period, increase enemy target's damage received by 50%, reduce damage dealt by 35%, increases speed by 50%, meaning you just do more damage. They will attack more, but they do less damage. Pretty much just a dot shill, right? The effects you can bring are kind of annoying this time, I'm not gonna lie. During the Surging Grit period, an allied target's dot dealt ignores 20% of the target's all type res. When the enemy target receives dot, increase all allies' dot dealt by 1% up to a max of 99 stacks, lasting until Surging Grit ends. Second one is during Surging Grit, skill damage dealt by allied targets increases by 50%. When attacking targets with the special wind shear Echo Enigma, each stack of Echo Enigma additionally increases skill damage by 10%. Every enemy target hit with an ally target skill additionally accumulates 3 value for allies. Then the last one is every stack of Echo Enigma increases enemy target's damage received by 3% during the Surging Grit period when enemy targets enter combat, and after they take action. Additionally, it adds 1 stack of the special wind shear Echo Enigma. Then after enemy targets are defeated, you get 3 grit value, right? A lot of dot stuff, right? But hey, skills do some more damage, so that's pretty nice, right? As always, let's jump over to the funny little tier list thing so we can get our grounds on who to use. So first things first, let's just put all the meta supports and sustains and whatnot at the top. You know how it is at this rate, it just, I didn't really have to say anything right now. Grab the ratio instead. These characters are just really good for helping the teams get clears, helping the team stay alive, etc. All that good stuff. There's not really too much else. If I forget anybody, I'll put them up there. But you guys get it. It's the normal offenders, right? Now, one thing to note, right, is this is a dot shield one, so a lot of characters who I'm going to put in can work can probably get a good clear, but they have to work a bit harder for it just because there isn't a mechanic that is increasing like break damage or increasing ult damage or whatnot. It's mostly a bunch of dot stuff, right? So first things first, we're going to put her in both. I know she's not out yet, but she's a dot character. She's physical. Both enemies are weak to physical, so she can, go crazy, break them, gives them more dots. Need I say less, right? Saber will be pretty good against Hule, right? Phanon will be good in both. Nox is good in both. Castoris should be good in both as well. Castoris is, I don't want to say like the best DPS by far, but she's, you can argue it, right? Some other characters who I can put in can work, Rappa would be pretty solid, right? She's not really getting any buff from this Pure Fiction, unfortunately. Herta can work against Hule. I've seen clears in both, but Japard has ice resistance, not frozen resistance, straight up ice resistance, so she'll do less damage, which can be a bit annoying depending on what team we're running. So keep that in mind. Agli will be good here. Mide can work here. I'm not putting Archer, right? Because he's single target. He's going to be doo-doo. Fei Zhao could probably maybe get a Hule clear, but there's nothing going for her on the buff side, so I'm going to skip her. Yun Li can probably get a good clear against Hule because he attacks so much. Jade. I'll put Jade in both, right? Jade's pretty good. Do I actually just put Jade in meta? I'll put Jade in meta, honestly. She's a good Pure Fiction unit. I don't know why I haven't been putting there in previous videos, right? Akron good against Japard. Firefly is probably going to struggle quite a bit. Boot Hill's not going to be anything good. Sparkle's only used Archer, really. I mean, Archer's not good. Black Swan, I kind of want to, I'll put her in both, right? Just because this is a dot-centered one. Same with Kafka, right? Argenti will be good with both. Jinglu, I probably would not run here. Unfortunately, Blade will be really good against Hule. And I think that's pretty much it, right? Everyone else, like Obviously, you could get it clear with Archer, you could get it clear with Fei Zhao, Firefly, Riot. But I wouldn't really recommend using those teams, especially if you're running characters at like E0, or E0, S0, or even E0, S1. Right, these are mostly just the main characters I would use. Do note though that it is .shill central, so you know there's what damage dealt and I have to look it up again. I actually forgot. Yeah, it's skill damage for the second one, and then enemy targets damage received, right? But really, it's really just a bunch of dot stuff, right? The main effect is inflicting wind shear. Now, one big W about the inflicting wind shear part is the wind shear actually does do a decent amount of damage, right? Which could be pretty helpful. That's probably why you could probably get clears with Firefly, Fei Zhao, Arch. If your Archer's beefy enough, you could get them. Jinglu could probably get clears, right? Even Jing Yun could get some clears. I'll put him in can work, right? Just because of that, right? If you're just shy of getting an AoE to wipe everybody out, then the wind shear will proc and then they all take damage, right? It really just depends on what you have built. These are just the ones that I work out. For me, I used Dot on the first half and then I used Fade on the second. And then I actually forgot to switch some gear around, so I wasn't speed tuned properly, unfortunately, which did cause me to not get a full clear. But I mean, I got like 72k, so I'm not too worried about it. I got the full clear, right? So I'm not going to lose sleep over, you know, trying to switch some gear around, even though I got a pretty damn good score, right? Dot completely annihilates this, right? So overall, I don't think this one's going to be too hard, right? I've already seen so many people clear this one, right? People with like Argenti, whatnot, just because of, you know, the Dot wind shear actually does good damage. If it didn't do good damage, I'd be like, this one's an absolute yikes, because the buffs are just not super great at the moment, right? But than that, that'll pretty much be it for the video. Let me know in the comments what characters you used. When are you watching this? Are you watching it later when Hyacinth is out? How good was she? If not, what teams are you looking forward to use? If you're waiting to clear it, what teams are you using? How hard do you think this pure fiction is compared to old ones? And also, which endgame mode do you guys think is the hardest? I personally think that the hardest is, funny enough, MOC, right? I feel like Apocalyptic Shadow and Pure Fiction are always just like whatever, and MOC is the one where I'm like, I'm clearing a little bit slower than I want to, right? But again, that's just me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and other than that, I think that's really just it for the video, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube show stuff. Um, I don't know what I'll do for the Fate video, because I was supposed to have a video like 1 week later, Archer and Saber. I'm just gonna put them both into one video, because if you guys haven't noticed, I've been working a lot, so uploads are very scattered throughout, right? I took 2 days off because I was just mad tired. I have literally working 3 jobs, so you know it's rough. But anyway, like I said, don't forget to subscribe so you can help me out and don't miss future uploads. And of course, I will catch y'all in the next one. Good luck with your perfection. Good luck with your summons if you're still summoning. Good luck with your saving if you're still saving. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.